Hey there, it is She checking in with you, and I'm so thrilled to be here live and direct on a wonderful Friday. Today, I am talking and sharing about what's the big deal, and I'm so thrilled to, just in time for this wonderful season, I am going to be meeting with the wonderful folks over at Dayempur. This is their elderberry. They also have some groovy boobies oil at the store. They have the mullein leaf, and also they have the L campaign. So I'm so super thrilled that they'll be joining me here really soon, just in time for the season that is upon us, the season of taking care of our bodies, taking care of our wellness, taking care of our mental health. Our overall health is super helpful and super important. So I'm waiting here, and we'll be joined really soon. So please stay with us and tune in. We'll be talking about the background of Dayempur, and we'll also be talking about what brought the products to light. We'll be talking about the elderberry, how it is grown in its natural habitat. We'll be talking about the season we're in, the benefits, dosing, and how much time should you allow it to work. I don't know if you're anything like me. I'm always like, I'll take something and then I'll be like, I'm ready for it to work right now. And it sometimes things don't work that soon. So I'm really thrilled and happy to be with all of you. And I'm looking forward to our friends over at Dayempur. They'll be joining us. Let's see where they are. Dayempur. Let's see. I'm gonna see here. Let's see. There we go. Oh, there we are. Yay, they're here.
Oopsie.
Hi.
All right.
Yes.
Hi. Sorry. Were you waiting for us?
Yeah. No worries. No sorries needed. It's all good. It is all good. We're here and moving through nicely.
Excellent.
So much for being here. You want to introduce yourself to the wonderful folks here at Dill Pickle?
Absolutely. I'm so happy to be here with you today, Chi. I'm Terry Hickey, and I'm the general manager of Dayempur Herbals. And we make natural herbal remedies and provide them to stores like Dill Pickle, for stores all over the country as well. And we're a seed to shelf. So 80% of the herbs we use, we grow. And we love having our hands in the dirt, and we love working with the herbs directly because herbal medicine is all about relationship. And so, yes, that's who I am, and that's who we are.
Wow, you just dropped some juicy nuggets there. That's all about relationship, and then you also said seed to shelf. I've heard the term from farm or a farm to table, but can you tell us just a little bit about that seed to shelf aspect?
Absolutely. You know, we grow our own herbs. We have a 1/4 acre medicinal herb garden. We have well over 40 herbs in that garden. And as a business, you know, growing your own herbs is a lot of work. And can we justify it as a business financially? Not necessarily, but to be honest with you, we wouldn't do it any other way because we like to know where our herbs are coming from. We plant them with love. We care for them with love. We harvest them with love. We make many of our remedies we make from the fresh herbs. We don't have to buy dried herbs and then work with that. We use the fresh herbs directly off of our farm, and we just love it. It growing the herbs brings us into a deeper relationship with the plant itself. So many of the plants either look like, smell like, or have colors like the different organs of your body that it's treating. You know, it's really, look at hawthorn berry, the red hawthorn berry. You know, it's for the heart. Exactly. So anyway, so we love being in that kind of a relationship with our plants that we're using to make all this beautiful medicine with.
That is so fantastic. That was a great explanation. Just the idea of that seed to shelf and having your farm right there. And yeah, I even caring for my own plants, that's a lot of work, let alone also caring for my children. It's like, oh, all these have to like really nurture and really be intentional about not only what we're putting in the ground, but also what we're putting in our bodies, right?
Absolutely,
To
absolutely.
have that same consistency. So my thoughts are, and what I'm wondering is, how did you all, what can you tell us, what does the name Dayempur stand for?
So the name Dayempur means ancient and eternal land.
Mm,
It's the name of our farm, Dayempur Farm,
yeah.
and it's very meaningful to us because it has a very ancient tradition that we as a community of people follow.
Mm,
And it's a very, there's very deep spiritual roots
mhm,
that it represents for us.
mhm,
And we honor that land. There have never been any chemicals on that land. We
mhm,
bought that land from the original homesteader.
mhm.
We have a lot of the original houses and barns on that land, and we care for it as such. And everything is super sustainable, and we care for it deeply.
Oh,
And
yeah.
yeah,
I want to visit now. So
yes, we
talk
do
about,
have. I think I
you were saying how the leaves are changing, how it's looking really nice. I'm definitely, I would love to do a visit and just come and see. That is really awesome. So,
yeah.
when did you all begin? What's your background story? Like, how did you all begin? Tell me about how you arrived to be here today with that.
Sure.
Yeah.
So we bought this land back in 1995 and have been cultivating it, converting a very clay soil to a very rich organic soil. It's always been organic, but it was very, very heavy clay.
Mhm.
So over many years, we've converted it to very rich, beautiful soil, and started growing medicinal herbs, or I should say, started growing. They started appearing
Right.
as medicinal herbs will do. They just kind of show up. I think I shared with you how stinging nettle is always the first herb that shows up the first week of April every year. It's so prolific in our garden, and it shows up because it's a natural antihistamine for allergy season.
Mhm.
And
Mhm.
so the plants just appeared, and a number of people in our community started experimenting with making the medicine with the plants and found them extremely helpful. And we just kept that just kept evolving.
Mhm.
And about 8 years ago, I took the helm and started managing Dayempur Herbals, and I just love it. My last name is Hickey, which is an Irish name,
Yeah.
and in Gaelic it means healer.
Mm.
So somehow, in a funny sort of way, I find myself managing Dayempur Herbals, creating healthy, natural herbal remedies to help people heal,
Yeah.
and really grateful to be doing that.
That is really yummy, just, or that's something I say, but it really being like to be able to have that connection with the land connection, even how it's almost like your name, you're meant or we're called and chosen to do this work, how that alignment and that synergy, that's a beautiful thing. And then also the idea of the herbs knowing what seasons they're needed, or like it's
Yeah,
all like we're all working together, right?
that's
And
right.
such a beautiful thought. Such a beautiful thought. So,
It is.
elderberry, what can you tell us a little bit about elderberry and just its habitat and its growing patterns and all
Sure.
that? Yeah.
Elderberries, we're in growing zone 6 down here in southern Illinois. We're in Carbondale, Illinois. And this whole region is really perfect climate for growing elderberries. They grow as bushes. They can grow into actual trees. We had kind of our grandfather elderberry tree in our garden for many years. But in terms of farmers that are growing elderberries, they tend to mow them down every year and they grow back unbelievably. They're very strong, shall we say.
Mm-hmm.
And typically they flower in May or June,
Mm-hmm.
and beautiful white flowers. And you can actually harvest the flowers and make elderberry flower water or elderberry flower wine or anything like that. You don't want to harvest too many of the flowers because obviously the flower is what brings on the fruit.
Right.
So we wait for the fruit. We don't necessarily use the flowers directly. And they're these rich, dark, almost black, but they're blue, a black blue berry.
Mm-hmm.
And they actually have a little bit of arsenic in them. So elderberries traditionally should not be taken or eaten raw. You should always cook elderberries. So we take the elderberries, we cook them for hours, and which is really what is extracting the chemical compounds from the berries into the water. And elderberries are known to help protect the cells of your body so viruses don't get in. Elderberries are a high antioxidant. They're high in vitamin A and vitamin C and even zinc. And I was talking to a functional medicine doctor recently who's all about elderberries, and he said, I believe it, he said something about quercetin that is something that helps your body absorb zinc.
Wow.
So it's a good companion syrup to take. It's great for helping to clear upper respiratory congestion. And it's great for, it's not so much an immune booster as it is a immune support. So it helps strengthen your immune system by protecting the cells of your body from viruses getting in.
Oh wow, that's such a fascinating thing because with elderberry, I enjoy taking it, but I often think like, would it be helpful for me to just get the berries and like because I love blueberries, I love berries. I had recently did some research on berries, and I find that berries are actually, you can eat them all day. They don't have any caloric. They don't add to your calories. They're great for vitamin C and antioxidants. And so I was like, I wonder if I mix elderberries in with my little berry mix. With don't want arsenic.
No.
So saying that.
Yes, exactly. Yeah, so, you always want to cook them or dry them and use them in other forms. Yes.
So that's something, or just purchase it from Dayempur.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, can I tell you all the good things we put in our elderberry?
Please.
So as you know, we have our own farm. Several years ago, I asked the guys who manage our food garden, I said, hey, can we grow our own ginger root? Because we use ginger root in our elderberry syrup. And sure enough, we are providing our very own ginger root that we use in our elderberry syrup. So while we're cooking it down for hours and hours, we add our fresh ginger root. And that ginger is such a good, it's antibacterial, it's good for digestion. You know, all illness starts in the digestive tract. So having ginger root in the elderberry syrup is really a bonus for helping with your digestion, and it's antibacterial as well. And we also use organic lime juice. We use local raw honey. And just like, the darker the berries, the more medicinal they are, the darker the honey, the more medicinal it is. And so we get this really rich, dark, raw honey from a provider in southern Missouri. He's awesome. Wayne Watson is his name. And we love working with local providers and suppliers of these things. So our elderberry syrup is, I think, one of the few all food-based elderberry syrups. Wow. We don't make like an elderberry extract and then put it in glycerin and add absorbic acid and all of that stuff. Ours is all food-based, and which is really great.
Can you consume elderberry all year round, or is there a certain time to consume it and then take a pause and then consume it again? Like how should one take it and how much should they take?
Sure. Well, the suggested dosage on the bottle says, take once or twice a day. And for acute situations, you can take it several times a day. So the way that might look is, especially this time of year as we're going into cold and flu season and all the unknowns that are in the world right now. This is a really good time of year to be taking at least a dose a day, a tablespoon a day, to help protect your immune system and support your immune system, clear upper respiratory congestion, all of those good things. So this time of year is when that often, people will often take it once a day. And if you feel any symptoms coming on, a tickle in your sore throat or a little runny nose or itchy eyes, it's a really good time to take it, 3 or 4 times a day, because it's scientifically known to help prevent illness. And if you get ill, it's scientifically known to sometimes cut it in half, the duration of the illness. So it's really good for people to know that, because, when this thing gets on you, yeah, taking elderberry syrup can really help remedy the severity of it and the length of it.
Thank you
Yeah.
for, because I was wondering, because with the digestive part, I often will take a bitter, like a ginger based bitter.
Yeah.
I will start just doing this regularly. And it reminds, because I usually take it at the first sign of illness or, a runny nose or something like that. And one of the things this reminds me of, if I take it daily or as part of my practice and for my children, I think about how my grandmother used to give me cod liver oil on a regular basis. That was just,
Yeah.
and so this is such a sweeter, tastier
Yeah,
combination
it
with
is.
liver oil. So
Yes, it's a really great flavor. I know, everybody has different taste buds, but I often tell people if it feels a little strong to you or whatever, put it in a little bit of hot water, or you can add it to your tea,
yeah.
or however you want to take it. There's a variety of ways you can do that.
I did that with, just in all transparency, my son had an asthma flare up this past weekend and he had to be hospitalized and all that stuff for asthma. And we were on the phone checking in and you
Yeah.
were coughing and you were like, you should go get some of our L campaign and our mullein. And I did just that. I went and got the L campaign and I got the mullein leaf. And I tell you that these three have been just such a helpful send for us and our family. So I thank you for just the wonderful care that you put into the products. I thank you for the intention. I thank you for the love. And I'm grateful for the garden, like
Yes.
to have
Yeah.
that seed to shelf experience. That's
Right.
really, that's
Right.
So we have these products over at Dill Pickle. I've been talking to Terry over at Dayempur. I'm so grateful for this wonderful conversation.
Too.
You can get these products right over at Dill Pickle in our wellness section. This is the elderberry we've been talking about today. They also have the mullein leaf, and then you can get the L campaign. And if you want to find out more about the products, they can go over to the website, correct?
Absolutely. And I'll just briefly say mullein
Yeah.
leaf is a natural decongestant. It helps the body get rid of excess mucus. So if you're congested and stuffy and all of that, mullein leaf is amazing at helping the body expel excess mucus without taking all the mucus out of your body, because your body needs mucus, right? And then the elecampane is known to be a really powerful bronchial and lung remedy. It works as an expectorant and it also promotes the healing of the bronchial tissue. So for people who have asthma or bronchitis, they're coming off of COVID or they're coming off of pneumonia, their lungs are a little rough.
Right.
They can certainly potentially benefit from elecampane. And with all this medicine, it's always good to talk to a natural health practitioner as well, just to get some additional advice with
Yeah.
whoever you're working with.
Yes. Thank you. Thank you so much. As
Thank
you know,
you.
we have Wellness Wednesday happening, and today is Friday that we're having the conversation, but you can also go in on Wednesdays and get a discount. Or if like, hey, I'm just going to get it now. Let me get this product for myself or for my children. This is great. That's what I did. And also, if you're like, I don't want to go outside, it's starting to get cold, you can order via Shop Mercado. We have coupons at the store so that you can order online and have those products delivered right to your home. The coupons are for $10 off, and I think you also get a discount for a purchase of $75 or more. So go over and get you one of those coupons or just order via Shop Mercado. You can find the link on our website or in the bio. And I'm so grateful to be joined today with Terry from Dayempur, and I am Chi. I've been checking in with you. I'm so thrilled to be here, and I'm thrilled to have these products. I am going to take some right after we get off. I tell you, this is so good to know, Terry. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
I'm grateful, and I look forward to. I'll let everyone know here at Dill Pickle when I do take a visit to the farm.
Yes.
I'll be able to
mark your calendar for June.
Yes, I will broadcast and see those flowers. I would love, I like to infuse my water. I put basil leaves sometimes in my water, rosemary, mint leaves, of course, but
Yeah.
I a lot of different herbs. I even put cloves in my water. I'll drink clove water and cinnamon. And so the idea of having an elderberry leaf, that's exciting because I've even done hibiscus and that's a leaf.
Right.
So, you know,
Right. And the
I,
flowers. Yeah.
mhm. Yay.
Excellent.
You, Terry,
Yeah.
anything else you would like us to know? Anything any events or anything you want us to follow?
Yeah, there haven't been as many events because of
Right.
so many things shut down, but we have a website at diempurherbals.com that has lots of information. If you go to the product, there's also a little shelf talker that toggles between the picture of the product and the information page. We love connecting with people. Please, we always tell people don't hesitate to call us if you have questions. We're here to help. And the relationships we have aren't just with our plants, they're with all of our people and our customers and friends that we really love working with.
Yay. Thank you, Terry. I really appreciate you. And thank you, everyone, for tuning in. Again, we have been talking about the wonderful elderberry and the products that you can find over at Dill Pickle. We are so thrilled to be with you all, and we'll tune in again next week. All right. Thank you.
Bye bye. Bye.